So this page is using the jQuery UI accordion widget. It's similar to the jQuery accordion that we've looked at earlier, but the user interface does almost all of the coding for you. You basically are going to be providing some options and some values for defaults that you want to change. Otherwise, everything else is done by the user interface. So using the UI is probably the fastest way to, generate a page, but it's also the least flexible. And if we take a look at our code, and I should tell you that this is automatically opening, but if I close it, you'll see that I have more than one tab here. So let's take a look at our code. And here is my HTML. You'll notice that I've got an ID of accordion menu. And then I've got these different divisions. Then in my CSS, I've got the font set using the accordion menu ID. And then I did a little image styling because each one of my sections has an image. I did some styling for the navigation area and the background color. And then we get into the jQuery, which is super short because we are using the UI. Really important that you pull the UI theme in, which is what I'm doing here. And I'm using black tie for my theme. And then I'm also pulling in the jQuery library and the user interface library. And if you're interested in themes, and who doesn't like color, if you go to the jQuery user interface site and you select themes, go into gallery, and these are all the different themes available. And so I chose one called Black Tie. There's quite a few dark themes. Here's the one I picked. And you can see what that looks like. You can either create a link like I did, or you can choose to download it. You also have an option to edit. And if you choose edit, it actually lets you change some of the coloring in the theme. And then you are going to need to download the theme. Okay, if you change the coloring and you download the theme, you're going to want to put it in your JS folder, and then you are going to have to link to it. You're going to have to pull it into your page. And that's totally okay. I know a lot of you like to play with color, as do I. So you feel free to, use a theme and modify it. Then we get back into our code here. So most of the code is in the user interface. We are using what's called the accordion widget. And the widget by default doesn't allow you to click an open tab to close it. Okay, and so collapsible set to true, this is changing a default. So I'm saying, yeah, I want to be able to close it. Okay, so that's definitely something that you are going to want to include if you are using the accordion widget. And that's really about it. If you want little triangles to display, and let me show you what those look like. See the little triangles? Okay, so if you like those, you can set those in the header and the active header. So the active header is the one that is selected. You can see how it goes down. And these are just header triangles. Okay, so we have header, and then active header is a little different. There's an S here instead of an E. And you can find out more about settings by actually going into some of the documentation. And I'm looking at a widget, the accordion widget. Okay, and so it gives you some of these options. Here we had collapsible that you already saw, and we had icons. Okay, so here's a plus and a minus. I chose the triangles, which you can see right here. But there's documentation on how to use all of these widgets. And I really don't think that it would take you guys very long to get up to speed on this. And the jQuery UI is considered to be an API.